What is going on, guys? This is KOJOFOREX, aka GBP Legend, aka Sniper Trader, aka King of Blues. I'm here again with another YouTube video. I know it's been a while since I posted any YouTube video for you guys. It's basically because I've been working on so many stuffs, and more so I didn't really plan on making my YouTube channel that kind of a channel that just posts random videos, just talking about trading, nothing relevant that is going to influence your life. So for the most part, I try my best as possible to sift through very important, vital information that's going to change your life, have a very big impact on your trading career. So I really take my time to shoot content and then to basically I come up with dope information, dope content that is going to affect your trading life, trading knowledge and stuff like that. So with that much said, I had a new content that I wanted to shoot on, which is basically something that I get a lot of people wondering why I do not always trade coming to the market every day, but I trade once in a while, and anytime I trade, you know what it is, it's a banger. So today's video is going to be about why I only trade high probability setups in the Forex market, right? So I'm going to set it rolling, right? Give you an intro into why I trade only high probability setup and how it has actually changed my life. I'm going to see you guys as we roll. Let's get it. Yes, so guys, as I was telling you, I am a trader that only trades high probability setups, right? So what do I mean by high probability setups? I mean trading opportunities that are highly skewed in your favor. The Forex market is always moving. Does that mean that you can, as a trader, always find good opportunity on the market to make money? No, it doesn't exist that way. If it was, everybody would have been incredibly rich on the market, right? So I am a kind of a trader that only trades high probability setup. I make sure that the odds are highly skewed in my favor before I find an opportunity. What do I mean by odds highly skewed in my favor, right? There are certain times in the market as a trader you can literally realize that the market is highly mispriced, right? Look at BTC, right, where it kept rallying up all the way up to the 40,000 area, right, or 40,000 region. It was the pricing point where you could literally realize that the market has been highly mispriced. That way, if you know exactly what you're doing on the market, you have every chance to be able to shut the market all the way back down. And these kind of opportunities come around once in a while. Look at gold. Gold was literally trading around 1950, which was strongly as a serving as a strong resistance area in the market, right? At that kind of opportunities, you could have literally come in on the market if you know exactly what you're doing on the market, right? And then capitalize on such a huge move, which literally made 1,000 pips. So that kind of setup is what I really am interested in on the market. I'm not that kind of a trader that would come in on the market trying to catch every pip in the market or every move in the market. So what does this really transform into? It means that once in a while, I'm not going to be able to get trades every single day. Sometimes 2 days, 3 days, I could go without even trading on the market. But once I come in on the market, you can literally bet that I'm coming on with a very high probability setup. So basically what you can get from this kind of video, this kind of information that I'm sharing with you is that, especially typically for a swing trader, you should have in the back of your mind that you're not going to always get high probability setup every day in the market, right? Sometimes you could go 2 days without trading, 3 days without trading. Nonetheless, if you get a right setup and you come into the market, you're going to make up for every lost day in the market or every day you didn't trade in the market, right? So take this cue for me. Don't rush the process. Every day is not a trading day in the market. Just make sure you're only timing high probability setups in the market like I do. See you guys in the chat. So let me show you how to identify high probability setup. Let's get it again. Guys, I'm out here to have breakfast at a place called Giovanni's. It's a very cool place in Cape Town. What I'm having is just a hot chocolate and then some pastries, right? Okay, that and a ham and I usually will come here every morning to have my breakfast before I even sit by my chart to analyze and see if I'm going to find a high probability setup. Yeah, guys, so like I told you, I am a trader that only is interested in high probability setup, and I've already given you guys an introduction about what I mean with high probability setup. So looking into the chart, I'm going to be basically looking at two trading setups that qualify to fall within my description of a high probability setup. So I'm going to be using scenarios from GBP, JPY, and then XAU USD, which is gold. So let's first look at GBP
JPY, right? So high probability setup, like I told you, are trade setups in which the probabilities are highly skewed in your favor, that has less probability of failing. So I'm going to use a replay tool, right? I had some of you recommending that I use a replay tool so that it is able to give you guys a clear perspective of what I mean with certain things that I described to you guys, right? So looking at a currency pair like GBP, JPY, right? I'll start to look at it from a point of angle like this, right? Looking at it from the high probability setup. Let's see how this thing had eventually kept playing out, right? We can see that what it just kept rallying up, created some high and then dropped, right? Dropped and then came to tap into that key area of mine, which is that 1.3950 area. I'm basically talking about this zone before what it started. Let's see what it started doing then. Started to sort of rally up and down, consolidate a bit, right? So with this kind of thing established, I know that the market has already established what a key resistance area here, right? And then we know what resistance means. Resistance is any price point in which the market fails to go any further higher. So what this should tell you as a trader is that anytime the market comes to that zone again, it has a high probability of repeating the same thing it did. You may never know what stopped the market from actually stopping to go any further higher from there. All you know is that once it has happened, it has a probability of happening again. Nonetheless, that is even the real meaning of what we mean by technical analysis. So in such an important zone like this, I'll be looking to go short in the market again. Let's see how this thing eventually kept building up. You can see what just some rally up and stuff like that, right? So once this thing is actually in this kind of a zone, then I have to look out for my key confirmations, right? And then with respect to the key confirmations, I've told you severally that I only teach to my private circle students. I'll be looking out for a short zone within this zone, looking at the market coming into that previous resistance again, right? And then looking to put my stop loss right above the range, which will be probably about 40 pips. I told you guys I don't risk more than 50 pips for currency pairs, and I'll be targeting about 140 pips back into this support region, which is also in confluence with my psychological level of 139.50, which will make up for a very good risk reward ratio of 3.4:1, right? So let's see how this setup eventually even played out. Literally smashed into our take profit like that, right? Literally smashed into our take profit. So this is one criteria or characteristics of what I would term as a high probability setup. Let's look at the setup for gold, which is XAUSD, and let's see if indeed it also did qualify to fall into that category of a high probability setup, right? So quickly, I'm going to use a replay tool again, right? Starting from November thereabout. And this time I'm going to make sure to play it as fast as possible because it's quite a long rally or long setup that took a while to play out. So looking at gold from this range, right, let's see some of the things that are taking place, right? So here we can see what a strong resistance also had established within this area of the market, right, around that 1950 area that I talked about in the description. And then once from there, once from the 1950, we can see that gold just toppled down, right? It rallied all the way down. It toppled all the way down to hit around that 1770 area before starting a new set of formations in the market, right? So with that going on, I know that once the market has been able to hit this major range and then drop just hard like that, anytime it comes into this range, then there's probability of it repeating what it did. Like I told you, technical analysis is the study of trends and turning points, and we use previous price movement to anticipate future price movement, and that's just what technical analysis is about. So looking at a setup like this, I'll be so interested in seeing what the market does anytime it comes here, and that would indeed qualify as a high probability setup for me. Now let's just build on the theory and see what indeed happened with gold, right? So we can see some formations, high, low formations for gold, right, setting up into the trend. You can see that I've plotted my trend line, which coincides exactly with what gold has been doing, tapping correctly on the trend line, holding it strongly as support. Hit that zone again, right? I think I went too fast with this. Now we're going to do it again, right? We're going to do it again, starting from exactly that range, right? So looking at this, right? Let's see again. Broke through that minor resistance, went straight into that range, right? And then what do we expect? I see confirmations for a sell coming back into that strong resistance range, and this is where I'll be interested to find a short. This setup qualifying as a high probability setup for me. Hit that zone, my first take profit will actually be around that 1900, and then second take profit will actually be around that 1850, using those psychological levels as a major take profit range for me. Let's see indeed how could this play out with this setup, right? Run into it, tap into our entry, tag that into the position, and quickly smash down, breaking that trend line, even going way further than I anticipated. Take profit, making as much as about 1,300 pips on this one, right? So guys, you can clearly see this as a snippet of what I mean when I talk about high probability setups, and not just chasing any kind of move in the market and then buying and scalping for 10 pips, 15 pips, 5 pips, and so on and so forth. With waiting in the market for the right time, right opportunity, you can be able to incredibly capitalize on the huge pip movement without every day trading in the market, right? Nonetheless, if you are a scalper and then you're a day trader, you may be interested in just catching a few pips here and there, which is not bad. As your experience grows and then you become matured in the market, you realize what I am talking about, and then you may eventually even fall in love with swing trading and then waiting always for high probability setup. If you like my content, guys, you definitely need to smash the like button. Also make sure to subscribe to this channel, and make sure to also be a family of this KOJOFOREX community by clicking the link in the description to join the Telegram community. I'll be doing a lot of giveaways these days on YouTube, right? So I want to see some banging comments. I want to see you smashing the like button. I want to see you, and then the giveaways are going to be like really incredible. I'm going to be giving away people the opportunity to study under my sniper session for free, and I'm also going to be allowing people 6 months into my VIP, 1 year into my VIP, where you can incredibly turn your life around with the banging trade signals that I send out for people that even pay high amount of money. You're going to get it for free just by subscribing to this channel, and then just by clicking on the like button, and then just by smashing on the notification bell and leaving a comment in this video. So I'm going to see you guys in the next video.